Hi everyone, Yoni Kempinski here. We sure haven't met for a long time already, but with God's help and yours, now that we have come back with a daily news edition, we hope to return with a weekly Israeli salad as well. How can you help? Well, of course, to produce a weekly magazine as well as a daily news edition, this requires a lot of resources, and so any donation could be very significant to help continue what we believe is an important part of spreading the light of Torah, Judaism, and the land of Israel throughout the world. If you're interested in helping, click on the email link on the screen and we'll contact you. You can also donate to honor something important to you, whether a simcha, a happy celebration, or in name of a beloved family member. And now, let's begin Israeli Salad. Shalom and welcome to Israeli Salad. Okay, let's begin today's program with Aliyah, immigration. Summer vacation in Israel is a time when many tourists come to enjoy and connect with the land of Israel. This year, seems we're looking at a summer of Aliyah, as both the Nefesh and B'Nefesh organization and the Jewish Agency are bringing in many new Olim, new immigrants. First, let's meet the English speakers, the second summer Nefesh B'Nefesh flight from North America.
We feel like we're finally home. We've been planning this since before we got married. So, we're here. 7 years, 3 children later, we're here.
On Tuesday, July 31st, the second summer plane of Nefesh B'Nefesh arrived in Israel. Nefesh B'Nefesh is an organization that helps assist new Olim make the move to the Holy Land and start their new lives in Israel. This plane was the second of 15 planes. Yes, you heard correctly, 15 planes loaded with new immigrants. This is not the first flight, and it seems that the media and El Al and Ben Gurion staff are used to the procedures. But by the passengers of the plane, members of the nation of Israel, newly in the land of Israel, the excitement is evident.
Feels very good. It's a little warm, a little humid, but when you come from Canada, that's kind of a nice feeling.
I'm totally in shock. I can't believe I'm finally here. You know, the process was so long, and now it's like I'm here.
How long did you know this was going to happen? Hundreds of years. We're waiting hundreds of years.
Here we go. We're about to make a bracha. Ready? Everyone ready? Ready? Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Shehecheyanu V'kiyamanu V'higiyanu Lazaman Hazeh. This is the realization of a lifetime's dream. I was thinking how appropriate when we get here to thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu for helping guide us to the decision, helping us every step along the way. We had such siyata d'shmaya. Even the flight itself was so pleasant. It was so beautiful to see the achdut between the staff on the plane and the members, and they were constantly complimenting each other for the wonderful aura of hakarat hatov and mutual respect. And I think this flight should be an example for the way we should all live here in the country.
I've been wanting to come for a long time, but I finally made it happen. It's a rational decision, but God tells you when it's time to come. So,
Waiting for the new Olim, we meet two Israeli ministers, Yaakov Edry and Yitzchak Herzog.
Is it going okay? This plane is full of Olim, or others as well. Wow, it's all theirs? It's very exciting to see Jews come to Israel. It always reminds me that I too was an immigrant many years ago. I hope to meet many more Olim. This is what Zionism is all about.
And now some numbers. 200 new immigrants were on the second Nefesh B'Nefesh plane. They include 35 families, 27 singles, and even 5 dogs and 3 cats. The youngest Ole is 4 months old, and the oldest, a Jewish veteran from World War II, is 90.
I feel happy feeling.
Altogether, we're a family of 6 children, and this is my father-in-law. He's 90 years old, and he's, like the rest of us, very excited to be home today.
And here's an interesting number. Turns out that 9 of these new Olim are on their way to the IDF.
My friends think I'm totally insane, and my parents are very supportive. Well, I want to do social work with soldiers, so I want to be a mashakit tash. That's the name of the job.
Nefesh B'Nefesh succeeded in creating an actual revolution in Aliyah from North America. During the 5 years since Nefesh B'Nefesh started working, the number of Olim has risen by around 80%. Today's new Olim tell us that things are looking good in terms of the trend of Aliyah from America.
When we left, they made us a goodbye party, and they all said, "You're doing the right thing, and we wish we should go, and we hope to go too soon too."
We get on the bus and set out towards the terminal. The Nefesh B'Nefesh Olim land in Terminal 1 and not the new and improved Terminal 3. Only in the old terminal can one descend from the plane and immediately step on the land and feel the air. In the terminal, a big reception awaits the Olim.
Who are you waiting for?
For my grandson.
Grandson is coming?
With his wife and 2 little children. I hope this is public. I don't want to embarrass you. The rest of
The crowd here consists of families and friends, but also many who do not have any specific connection with any of the new Olim.
Who are you here for?
Nobody. These people are coming on Aliyah. We came 35 years ago, and we love Eretz Yisrael. There's no place like it. And we're very happy that many more people are coming.
And we came to visit the Olim and welcome them to Israel because it's the home of everyone. Everyone's home.
And do they inspire you?
Yes, yes. They make me feel at home and make me feel like I should come to my home.
So we wish you the best of luck in Israel, and we wish you wonderful new life in Israel.
And last week we were sitting on the floor commemorating Tisha B'Av, and there's one pasuk in Megillat Eicha, Yitain ba'afar pihu ulai yesh tikva. Aliyah, global aliyah, aliyah of refugees, aliyah of distress, or Israel as a haven, has precipitously declined, thank God, over the years. And aliyah of choice has been rising increasingly every year. Really fulfilling the holy chenu kamemiyut la'artzeinu of choosing, of aliyah of choice. And you see plane load after plane load after plane load, and you see the people coming off, just a whole variety of individuals, all brought together by just their love and connection to Eretz Yisrael. And you see some people come down, and they kiss the ground. It doesn't make a difference, religious or affiliate, they kiss the ground. And I was thinking to myself, wow, yitain ba'afar pihu. Not that our lips are touching dust, but our lips are kissing the ground. And not ulai yesh tikva, but yesh tikva, there is hope.
From here, from the Ben Gurion Airport, that's all for now. We'll be back in the studio right after this.
Please send your comments, ideas, and questions to the Israeli Salad email, yoni@israelnn.com, or leave a message on the Israeli Salad voicemail at international dialing code 972-3918-5554. That's 972-3918-5554.
And now, the French. Our French-speaking correspondent Kobe Sela met 2 plane loads of French Olim who also decided to make Israel not only their spiritual home, but also their physical home.
The arrival of new Olim to Israel is always great news, especially if the immigration operation was perhaps one of the reasons the general strike in the airport was postponed. 613 French Olim arrived on 2 planes that landed simultaneously, one from Paris and the other from Marseille. This operation was initiated by the Jewish Agency and the AMI organization.
I came to join my children, who are already here. I have 4 children who live in Israel.
In terms of the Israeli Ministry of Absorption, this event is definitely historical. This year, around 3,000 French Jews will be immigrating, despite an improvement in the economy and a mild decline in anti-Semitism in France.
The immigration from France is aliyah of choice, not aliyah as an escape from danger. People are leaving a country with a high quality of life, and they come to a country that officially is considered 24th place in the world in terms of quality of life. They're doing this because of the love of Israel. Anti-Semitism has declined 50%, but they're here fulfilling Zionism at large.
It's hard to categorize the new Olim. We meet here secular, traditional, and Orthodox, Ashkenazim, Sfaradim, Litvaks, and Hasidim. They're here, and they're happy.
We came from Lyon. We are very happy to immigrate. We hope that everything will go peacefully. We are all happy.
Happiness. Lots of happiness. It says, worship God with happiness. With God's help, the whole nation is singing Aliyah to the land of Israel in the merit of all our righteous.
I'm very happy for all the Jews that are making Aliyah. We hope that this will continue in French Jewry. For me, this is a special day. My brother, sister-in-law, and their children have joined me. I'm very happy.
The ceremony in Ben Gurion was attended by the chief rabbis, the new president of Israel, and other public figures. They blessed the Olim in French. From here, the Olim continue to their new homes. As part of the Absorption Ministries Group Aliyah project, they will start their new life in Israel in Ashdod, Ashkelon, Jerusalem, Netanya, and the communities of Binyamin. Lots of kids arrived from France. Their parents are looking forward with many hopes and prayers.
Because Israel is the future for children. Simply, this is the future of the Jewish nation. The best place to raise children is here in Israel. It's our land.
So welcome to Israel, or bienvenue, or you know what? Bruchim habaim.
Summer vacation is the time for camps. There are many different camps in Israel. Here's a camp that not just offers enjoyment and fun for the kids, it offers a time of peace and quiet at the end of a year of difficult times.
Here at the Boys Town High School in Jerusalem, we meet the participants of a summer camp. They're not from Jerusalem, though, rather from around 100 kids in grades 4 through 8 who are Gush Katif evacuees, along with 44 kids from the town of Sderot, are here at Boys Town for a week-long summer camp. The rich program includes Torah lessons, swimming, day trips in Jerusalem, and other activities on campus. The camp is the blessed result of an initiative taken by Boys Town PR man Eddie Wolf, together with Rabbi Simcha Eckstein from Sderot, who joins forces many years ago. The camp has been around for 7 years, ever since the shells started falling in Gush Katif. Today is the third day, which has been dedicated to Sderot.
We came to visit Boys Town for a day. I have to tell you that the people here are amazingly warm, charming people who accept us wholeheartedly. There is a range of activities for the kids, including lunch. From here, we leave for a tour of the Jewish quarter of the Old City, to the Kotel, and back home to the explosions and Qassams.
So what's the difference between Jerusalem and Sderot?
In Jerusalem, there are no Qassams, and in Sderot there are. When we started camp, the kids were waiting for the vans we had ordered when 5 or 6 Qassams were fired. On our way up to Yerushalayim, the kids were crying, screaming, from the stress of being exposed without protection. These are things you expect when you live in Sderot. Maybe something will happen, maybe not. But you can never plan ahead of time. They just fire at us. A kid in Sderot never goes out without an adult escort. A kid in Sderot must constantly be on alert, thinking about where he'll run if the siren goes off. That's the adults too, not just the kids. When I go from my home to the bank on foot, I constantly think about where I would take cover in the event of a code red. Here, the kids can walk around and experience freedoms that they don't normally have.
After the morning, when there was an activity here, the kids pack lunches and leave for a tour in Jerusalem. Then they head back to Sderot, hoping that next year they can have their camp in Sderot without fears or concerns.
Israeli Salad hasn't been on air for a few months already, but that doesn't mean that we can't look back at events that occurred a few weeks ago. Here's the Sivuv She'arim event that takes place every Eve of Rosh Chodesh, the evening before the first day of every Jewish month. When the month is the month of Av, on which we mark the destruction of the two holy temples, the Sivuv She'arim has an important meaning.
We pray. It's important to us that we don't just pray at one place, namely the Western Wall, despite all of our love for it. Rather, we march all the way around the side of the temple and pray facing each of the gates which lead onto the Temple Mount, the site of our holy temple.
On the day before Rosh Chodesh Av, as with every month for 6 years running, many people participated in the encircling of the gates, Sivuv She'arim, an ancient custom which began after the destruction of the temple. Today, as during the time of the Geonim, after the destruction of the temple, participants surrounded the holy site with prayer.
Before the month of Av, the circle is generally a bit bigger. People are more aware of their longings for Jerusalem, the temple, and Jewish unity. Aaron, the first high priest, who symbolizes national unity, passed away on the first of Av. It's known that the second temple was destroyed because of baseless hatred. This is an opportunity for everyone to come together at the site of the temple. In the merit of this dwelling of brothers together, may we see the actual construction of the renewed temple.
As they pass through crowded alleyways in the presence of local residents, participants in the Sivuv She'arim hope that in the merit of their efforts and inspiration, God will do His part and allow us to see the completed building of the third temple.
Unfortunately, we're not on the Mount. Foreigners still control it. When many Jews express greater longing from every point around the perimeter, God will help us to enter inside as well.
And now let's go off on a tiyul. That's Hebrew for trip, hike, or tour. Today, Kobe Finkler, who tours the country with his video camera, is taking us through the Ben Hinnom Valley to the Chuda Gate and Tzidkiya's cave, part of which are being revealed now for the first time.
Israel's capital city, Jerusalem, currently celebrating 40 years since its liberation, is constantly improving its appearance. New sites are being opened throughout the city, emphasis on accessibility for the handicapped is slowly gaining traction, and even old stores near the city gates are being cleaned up and renovated. Today, our travels in Jerusalem is a journey into the city, which was promised that its ruins would be rebuilt. Take, for example, the Jerusalem Archaeological Garden. It's one of the most important and beautiful archaeological sites in Israel. The park reveals some of the most striking remains of Jerusalem from the Second Temple era. At the foot of the southern wall of the Temple Mount, in the area known as the Ophel, after those who ascended, the Ma'apilim, who ascended to the mountain, the visitor can climb the ancient stairs leading up to the Chuda gates, which lead to the Temple Mount. The area is dotted with ritual baths, which served pilgrims as they purified themselves before ascending the mount.
One who sets foot on the Temple Mount must first immerse himself to become pure. During the daily routine, it was possible to use any one of the baths which dot the entire lower part of the mountain.
By ascending the same path that ancient pilgrims used to ascend to the Temple Mount, going up the stairs facing the Chuda gates, one better understands the pilgrim's experience. Though we cannot truly experience it ourselves nowadays, in order to make it more accessible, bridges wide enough for strollers and wheelchairs, and even elevators, have been recently installed here. Now, anyone can come. To get to the park, a new road is currently being paved, which connects the city of David, the Shiloh Pool, the Western Wall, and the Mount of Olives. It connects the western part of the city with its eastern part. Jerusalem's mayor knows the significance of the place.
In this place, we stand with God's help together in a place which brings together transportation, tourism, and the Jerusalem municipality in order to transform this city into an earthly paradise. Memories of the past will remain as they are, but above the surface, there's a blossoming national park.
The renovations also include trail markers for tourists. On the other side of Jerusalem lies the Tzidkiah cave. It was at this time of the year, as we read in the biblical book of Kings, that the walls of the city were breached, and all of the soldiers fled. Rashi comments, there was a cave extending from Tzidkiah's palace to the plains of Yericho, through which he fled. At its longest, the cave measures 230 meters. It's about 15 meters high. The greatest height can be found at the southernmost section of the cave. Tzidkiah's cave is another secret wonder of Jerusalem.
Okay, that's our Israeli salad for this week. Join us again next time. Until then, from all of us here at Arutz Sheva, INN, thanks for joining us. Shalom.